Greetings to all the staff at Virtual Employee. It's Kevin Norton here, and I'm a Professor of Exercise Science at the University of South Australia. The University of South Australia is in Adelaide. In Adelaide today, you'll be familiar with this sort of weather. I look out of my window, it's going to be 40 degrees today. Doesn't look it, but it is going to be a hot one. It's comfortable in my office. But you'd be familiar with those sort of temperatures. I know it gets a lot hotter than that in Delhi. About 3.5 years ago, I began working with Virtual Employee to develop software in health and fitness. In particular, we developed some apps in the early days, and I worked with a number of staff at Virtual Employee, and those apps are up on the App Store. But this year has been working on an online tool. It's called the Exercise Science Toolkit, and I want to pay particular thanks and recognition to Disha Gupta. Disha has been working with me since February. I knew Disha before that time because I'd been across to India 3 times over the last 3.5 years, and I'd met Disha last year for the first time. But she's been working very closely with me as we piece together this software called the Exercise Science Toolkit, and Disha has been a wonderful resource. She's been reliable. I Skype with her almost every night. It's been at least 100 times we've Skyped this year. They don't necessarily have to be long conversations, but they're important, very important, as we try and stitch this software together. And we have done a great job, and Disha's done a great job, and we're using it now here at the University of South Australia in our courses. Along the way, Disha has been very reliable and honest. She's been very creative. Certainly her honesty is important to recognise here, and it's not honesty how we all think of it, but honesty to recognise that sometimes the skills required, the mathematics that are involved in some of the program was beyond her, and despite the fact she's very good on the programming and the maths, some of it was quite complex, and she was honest enough to recognise that she needed some help. We got some help for one of the areas in particular back here in Australia, but other times that she's needed to go to other staff members within Virtual Employee. Vishal, for example, Amit and Eunice have all been great areas of resources for her, as well as the designer who works closely in the office next to Disha. So it's been a productive year. It's been a great time working with Disha. I've got to know her quite well. I came across in February and talked to her before we started, so I know her. I know she changes her Facebook photograph virtually every week. I know her parents recently celebrated their anniversary, their wedding anniversary. I feel like I know her quite well, and also her family. And I feel like I'm part of the family really after 3.5 years and 3 visits to India. I've been treated outstandingly when I go across there. I've been taken over to the Taj Mahal for a trip, and we've been out to dinners and so forth, and wonderful bunch of people in that company, and I certainly have enjoyed my time there, and I've got some exciting times ahead as well as we move to progress the software even further. A really exciting, innovative development that's going to be an extension of what Disha has been working on, and we're hopeful that that will kick off again next February, and I look forward to coming across in February. I hope that I can keep to that schedule and come back and see everybody face to face. So again, thank you very much, Disha. You've been a great help this year, a wonderful programmer and a wonderful person, and you're a great employee, and the company is very lucky to have you. I look forward to seeing everybody in the new year, but until then, have a safe and happy festive season, and take care.